It has really helped me a lot, and I love cards.
What I really like about being in the cards is that I remember when Janet first approached me and she was like, Kim, we got this group that's starting and, we're helping researchers. And, I still didn't know a whole lot about it. But once I got in there, I just been hooked ever since, I don't know. It's just fun to be around. You see, rub, elbows with all walks of life. You learn so much about the organization and what we represent and how we're able to help the researchers, in the development of, their brochures and things of that nature.
I love doing cards. I think it's a lot of fun. When I first came into cards, I was not expecting it to see a lot of people that, that like helped raise me and that I grew up with in Wexford. So I was a little nervous at first. But once I actually got into cards, I was like, oh, it's everyone that I know. So I immediately felt like it was like another like I guess family thing.
The people are friendly. We basically like family. And I just love coming there and get me out the house and I'm able to express my thoughts.
I really like whenever we have our meetings in person when we're like sitting and eating and talking. It kind of feels like a little like we're like out eating food, like a family dinner type setting. So I mean, it's not really like a moment, but I guess those moments I cherish them. I'm just like, oh, these are really cool. It's like bonding.
It's just fun. You get that once a month, time to collab with everyone. And a lot of times now, especially, with COVID, we're still able to gather amongst ourselves, maybe not in person, but through Zoom and stuff. So I really enjoy it.
I like being in the cars because I'm able to express myself without other people judging.
What I end up liking is that you guys gave everybody literally an equal opportunity to talk. There was never like a time where I felt like I couldn't voice someone to share, or there wasn't a time where I felt like, oh, dang, I didn't have my chance to talk, So everyone had that equal chance to have their input. And just like having the whole like no judgment like rule. So I'm me and some people, we might have unpopular opinions, but in the group setting that we were in, I felt comfortable enough to share my unpopular opinions without like feeling judged. So I feel like I just was able to say what I want to say, um, without any type of like barriers.
Or yeah, I guess just helping us learn how to like to critique others in ways that aren't like harsh. But not only that, it teaches me how to acknowledge the small things. Because there's been things where like there's meetings we'll have and like I won't notice certain aspects of like certain presentations or whatever. And like Janet, who like notices everything, she'll pick it out, and I'm like, huh, I didn't see that. And it just makes me like think a little bit deeper, like, huh, what would Janet say? What would Janet notice? So that's what I think. It teaches you how to like, I guess, just think a little bit deeper into topics. I like to hear a lot of other people's opinions, especially people who are older than me, because I feel like people who are younger than me don't have too much to offer because I'm, in this generation. So I like to learn from like what other people have experienced.
There are some things that I've learned just from the researchers coming out and sharing that information. So not only was it knowledge for the community, but it was knowledge for myself personally.
Even though we are just going through things so people can understand them better, it's also helping us to understand new things. Like, oh, I didn't know this, or I didn't know what this word meant.
Because people can get a lot of knowledge and awareness from the different opportunities cards has to offer with their research and studies that are available, because a lot of people don't know about research and different studies that are being offered, and cards has really been a key factor in that.
When I think about cards in the very beginning, that's the first thing that comes to my mind, that there's outreach out there for our children also, that are struggling with whatever issues they may be struggling with.
when she offered, the information about the study, I was even interested in doing the study as well, for finding out how you can tell if you have early signs of dementia or Alzheimer's.
I think it make a big difference. Well, personal experience with me, now I take surveys, I take questionnaires, I give back feedback because I didn't know how important that was until I started the cards meet. So when they ask me, do I want to do a quick survey, I do it, and I tend to like look into studies to get into studies. So it's a positive role in my life with the cards.
The difference to everyone, because a lot of times you see, posters and flyers all the time. And sometimes you go to look at it and you may not really understand what they're saying. And it could be something that could benefit you. But the fact that, we try to, enlighten the researchers, to make it in layman's terms, you don't have to be so, just have all those big words out there, where people just don't understand.
Yeah, less gibberish with the flyers so the community understand, not using that big terminology that researchers use and professional people. So it make the we do it to make the community better understand what's going on and better information they can use.
And so I think it's just benefiting the whole, because now they're probably getting more people that's willing to participate, in the different projects that are going on. Whereas before it's like, oh no, I don't think so, so.
When they were doing the study, I think it was about diabetes, and the format, the different ways that they had the flyer set up. When we got done, critiquing it and everything, it was really actually turned out a whole lot better.
It's been a long decade of a good ride.